Hello friends, today for English, I'm going to read to you a story that goes along with our lesson. So, I need you to sit tight and listen closely, okay? This story is called Miss Long's Flying Lesson. Miss Bright, the flying instructor, met Miss Long by the small plane sitting on the runway. Miss Long was a little worried because she was going to take off and land the plane all by herself. She had already finished ground school to learn about flying, and she had been flying at Miss Bright's right hand as co-pilot, but this time Miss Long was going to have all the controls. Miss Long walked around the plane checking the gas and oil tanks. She remembered Miss Bright's saying, "You must get into the habit of checking your tanks every time you get ready to fly, because once you're up in the air, there's no gas stations to stop at." The gas and oil tanks were full, so the two ladies climbed into the plane. Miss Long put her red flight bag in the back so that it wouldn't catch on the controls. After they buckled themselves in, Miss Bright read the checklist posted by the door to remind Miss Long of all the things she must do before she could take off. Miss Long checked the instruments and finally radioed the control tower for clearance to take off. The people who worked in the tower, called air traffic controllers, checked to make sure that the runway was clear. Then they told Miss Long that she could take off. As Miss Long thought carefully about what she was going to do, Miss Bright pointed to a large orange canvas tube hanging from a pole near the runway. "Which way is the windsock blowing?" she asked Miss Long. "North," said Miss Long. She knew that pilots always need to know the wind direction so they can take off into the wind. "What would happen if we took off in another direction?" Miss Long asked her instructor. "If we took off with the wind to one side, it would catch a wing and flip the plane over," said Miss Bright. There were so many things to remember about flying a plane. Miss Long prayed quickly and silently, quoted the verse, "I will never leave thee nor forsake thee." Then she looked at Miss Bright and smiled. "Okay, I'm ready to take off." The sky was bright and clear. Miss Long pushed the controls and pulled back on the stick, and soon they were off the ground. "We're up," Miss Long said with a sigh of relief. "You did very well." Miss Bright settled back to enjoy the flight. Miss Long smiled and said another quiet prayer. So, we learned that Miss Long had to take all the controls by herself, which is similar to what's going to happen in this next word family that we're going to learn. And that is a long I in IGH at the end of a word, or IGHT. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. Before we do that though, I want to do a little exercise with the long I. So, a plane flies high. What vowel do you hear in the word high? Okay, not like hi, how you doing? High up in the air, okay? That has a different spelling and I'll show you in a second, okay? It's a long I, high. It says its name, doesn't it? So, I want you to do a thumbs up if you hear a long I in the word, thumbs down if you don't, okay? So, the first word is bird. Bird. I saw a bird on a tree. Okay? Light. I walked in the room and I turned on the light. Bright. I walked outside and the sun was very bright. Night. I like to stay up late at night and watch movies. Night. Candle. I like the scent of a fall candle. Right. Pilot. Miss Long was the pilot of the plane. Pilot. Right. Climb. When you were on the playground, sometimes you guys climb up the slide when you know that you're supposed to go down the slide. All right, climb. Plane. Plane. Miss Long was flying the plane. Right? High. In the story, we learned that the plane went high into the air. Not like, hi, how are you? Just really high up into the sky. Okay. The next word is sight. I have to wear glasses because my sight is not well. Sight. Right? Lesson. Today's lesson is about long I. Lesson. And the last word is tower. Tower. We get signal from a cell phone tower. Not very good at my house, at my parents' house. It's way out in the middle of the country. All right, so that was the end of that exercise. Remember, we were looking for or listening for a long I in that. I'm going to tell you about a little rule breaker. We always have rules, right? We always know that a long vowel is in a word if it ends with an E, or things like that. Those are rules, right? Well, this one is just crazy because it's a rule breaker. It's just something that we always have to remember, okay? So the words sigh and high, let's look at those. We have sigh, high, and their word family is IGH, and we know that those are both long I's, right? So this word has a special pattern. Neither G nor H says any sound at all, right? That's why it can be confusing when we say hi. He went high into the air. Oh, he went like this, hi. No, he went high, like height in the air was high, okay? Or sigh, sometimes we sigh. That's a sigh, right? Those are spelled S-I-G-H and H-I-G-H. But we don't hear the GH, do we? It doesn't go sig or hig, does it? No, we just hear a long I. We don't hear any sound at all. And when they are together beside Miss Long, they make her say her long sound, even though Miss Silent is not anywhere near and neither is Marker E. We don't see them, do we? And she's alone at the end of a syllable too. So when G and H are around, all the rules are broken. They're out the window. Now, if we didn't have rules, the world would be crazy. But sometimes, a few rules, they just get broken, like this one. So when I is followed by GH, the I makes the GH silent. No sound from them at all. Okay, so let's look at some more examples of that. So we have the words, sorry, I'm just like moving it all around, trying to get my elbow on here. Okay, night, bright, right, slight, and flight. Now these examples are a little different than high and sigh because these are IGHT, okay? But do we still hear the GH? No. So I'll say another one. Night, they're at the top. Do you hear a GH? Nope. You just hear you hear the N, the long I, and the T. Okay, so let's go over those again. Night, bright, right, slight, and flight. Okay, so that's the IGHT. My marker started running out on me on this paper. And long I is what the vowel is, right? All right. See, I say all right all the time, and we just never knew that would be part of our lesson because that is IGHT. It's a bad habit that I have. All right, let's look at your worksheet real fast. I hope you listened to the story well. You can pause the video at any time you need to rewatch that, rewind it, pause when you have a question because the top half of your worksheet right here has 3 questions about the story, and all you need to do is read the question and then fill in the correct answer, okay? Below that, there's a light bulb and a little mountain there. It says use IGH, or I, to spell the long I sound in the words. So you'll see the light bulb, and then you'll see an L, space, and then T. You will need to fill in the IGH, okay? And it's the same for the mountain. You need to fill in the rest of the word. You see the H there? You need to fill in the IGH. And then I want you to read it. Look at it, okay? Put it in your brain, lock it away, okay? Below that, you'll need a crayon. Color the silent letters blue. Match each word with the correct picture, okay? So there's a picture of Miss Long there. She has a helmet on, and there's the sun. It has an A next to it, and then below that it's Miss Long in the plane. It has a B. So next to the word bright, you're going to put whichever picture has the correct letter that goes with the word bright. The same with the word tight, like her helmet is strapped tight on her head. Okay. On the back side, you'll need your crayon again. It says color the silent letters blue. Match each picture with the correct word. It's the same thing, okay? You've got 4 pictures though, so there's A, B, C, and D. So if A is lightning, then you need to write the letter A next to the word lightning, and be sure you fill in the silent letters blue. Okay, that's it for English today.